The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the dense woods, where shadows danced like whispers among the trees. A figure moved gracefully through the underbrush, her bare feet barely making a sound on the carpet of fallen leaves. She was a neko girl, her feline ears twitching with every rustle of the night, her long, bushy tail trailing behind her like a dark plume. The black cloak she wore billowed softly around her, merging with the darkness as she walked, lost in thought. Her name was Lyra, and the forest was both her sanctuary and her prison. As she moved deeper into the woods, memories flooded her mind like a rushing stream, each one more vivid than the last. She remembered the laughter of her friends, the warmth of the sun on her skin, and the day it all changed, the day she discovered her powers. Lyra had always felt different, an outsider even among her own kind. While others reveled in their abilities, she struggled with the weight of her own. The first time she conjured a flame, it had burned more than just the brush before her. It had burned bridges, friendships, and a part of herself she could never reclaim. Now, she wandered the woods, contemplating the choices that had led her here. Each step was a reminder of the paths she could have taken, the lives she could have touched without leaving a scar. The trees whispered secrets, their branches swaying gently as if urging her to remember, to reflect. Lyra, the voice echoed in her mind, a haunting reminder of the last words spoken to her. You can't run from what you are. The words stung like a fresh wound. She had tried to run, to hide from the truth that clung to her like the cloak she wore. But the truth was relentless, and the forest had become her confessor, urging her to confront the shadows she had cast. As she paused beside a shimmering stream, the moonlight danced upon the water's surface, illuminating her face. She looked into the reflection and saw not just a neko girl in a black cloak, but a warrior, a survivor, and perhaps, one day, a healer. The flicker of hope ignited within her, a small flame in the darkness. Just then, a rustle in the bushes caught her attention. Lyra's ears perked up, her heart racing as she turned to face the sound. In the shadows, a pair of glowing eyes watched her, curious and unafraid. It was a small fox, its fur rich with the colors of autumn, and in that moment, Lyra felt a connection, a shared understanding of solitude and survival. Maybe, she whispered to the creature, it's time to stop running. With newfound resolve, she extended her hand, palm up, and summoned a gentle glow of warmth. The fox stepped forward, drawn to the light, and Lyra realized that perhaps her powers could be used for more than destruction. Perhaps she could mend what had been broken, both in herself and in the world around her. As the fox nuzzled her hand, Lyra smiled, the first genuine smile she had worn in what felt like ages. The woods, once a place of contemplation and regret, began to feel like a canvas, waiting for her to paint a new story, one of redemption, connection, and hope. And so, with the black cloak billowing behind her and the fox at her side, Lyra stepped forward into the night, ready to embrace the journey ahead.